think I actually have something to talk about for once. I have an idea of where I should guide my life to go, if that makes sense. Like I have a path in my mind for once, which is really interesting because it's sort of evolved within like the past 1 or 2 weeks at most. And what I mean by that is like I think I want to go to college. As scary as it is, I've been seeing, videos of like college campuses and stuff, and the people on there are nice, and it's like there's a scenario in my head that's building a positive reputation for a college that I don't yet go to, which is a good thing because now I'm like, okay, well, what would I study if I went to the college? Well, I would love to be that guy who knows like 3 different languages on top of English. That would be insane to me. And then I have a job that I actually want to try to get after I go to college. I don't know. It's just like having that sort of path. And bless you. I hope that was audible. One of my cats just sneezed hugely. The cat sneeze totally threw me off because it was super intense. I think I was going to say like having this sort of path that's so it's the most defined path that I've ever had. Before now, it's just sort of been like I have no idea what to do with my life and I'm afraid to go out in the world, but it's an inevitable thing. Now it's like if I do this, that would be cool. And as simple as that sounds, that's like a huge step for me mentally. Now that I actually have some possible slight guideline that I can follow, I don't know, maybe I can do this. Okay, there's one thing that I've been worried about going to college other than the entire thing. Do you still have to take mandatory classes, or is it just specifically what you want to study? Because if it's mandatory classes and there's a college math class, good God, like I'm very unlikely to pass. If there aren't mandatory classes, then, I could study whatever I want, and then it would be something that I actually want to do, and I'd be able to do it, There's a lot of factors that I've always thought about that in my head have prevented me from actually believing that I could go to college. I don't know. I know that if I can go and like actually be in a class that I want to be in, then I can really do good in it. Because there were times in high school where I enjoyed whatever class I was in for whatever period of time. And during that period of time, I would notice that I would figure out a way to pay attention. I would do all the work necessary. I remember getting really good grades, like during those specific times, like if we were reading a good book or if like I actually understood what I was being taught, right? There was this thing that one of my high school teachers was talking to me about. Dude was like, okay, if you want to go to college, there's 4-year, which is just going straight to university, and then there's 2-year community, 2-year normal, which he said is what he did and what a bunch of other people did. 2-year community college and 2-year university would be both cheaper and I think more efficient. The thing is like, I don't know what benefit that would be other than being cheaper. Because like I genuinely do want to study language. I want to know at least one other language. Russian and Chinese are the ones that I'm like, yes. I did actually try to study Russian for a while, and that was, it was pretty nice. The thing about it though is that you can only do so much online before you're like not understanding certain things that online can't teach you. I don't know, there's specifics about it that I want to learn from a professional. There's also, another reason why I'm hesitant about college. Why go to college and learn an unnecessary skill? Because like my dream job, pretty much any job that I would do, most likely, wouldn't have anything to do with learning a second language. It would just be handy to have. And it's the same thing, like why study music if you're not gonna make money off the music? But I don't know, here I am saying these, trying to be as realistic as I can be without being ultra negative, and I'm sitting here recording for a YouTube video. So maybe I just shouldn't care, and maybe I should just see where it takes me. That's what my dad says I should do, but I'm always like feeling guilty of using his support or letting him down. Like even if I end up paying for college myself by getting a job, I wouldn't want to disappoint him with getting a degree that I don't actually end up using. I'm gonna pretend like money isn't an object right now, because if it is important enough, then I'll figure out a way to pay for it. That's another thing. It's like I didn't want to go into debt for something I don't use, but if I have to, I will. Yeah, at least I have a plan now. Things are gonna work out.